Sorry, just got cut off. Obviously, someone's tried to call me and it's just come up on my phone so that the video cuts off. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just using this platform to make sense of how I'm feeling. I'm feeling sadness for this man that he passed away. I'm feeling just off guard that I was contacted by a family member of his, but I'm also sort of reliving the feeling of insignificance and just trying to process. Obviously, this person who contacted me, you know, it's a close family member of theirs, and they're not thinking straight, and they don't give a shit how I feel. I mean, it's a marriage breakdown, not a death, and I completely understand that. And I don't want it to be a selfish sort of video, but I guess I'm just reflecting on my take on it, and I'm just reflecting on how I'm feeling and my emotions associated with that family and the disappointment in not being contacted to see if I'm okay post my breakup. And it leads me to believe that whatever happened, my ex was not honest with people about why we broke up. I feel like he fabricated a story. I remember contacting his brother's girlfriend at the time of our breakup. It was like a couple days later, maybe 3 or 4 days later. It felt like a lifetime, of course. I was in Melbourne, had no close friends and family. Obviously had work friends and other friends as well, but no one I felt like could really support me emotionally. And you know, I started getting angry. I'm like, I was in this family, I was like thick in this family, married into this family, and yet no one's contacted me to see if I'm all right, to see if I need some emotional support. I mean, not feeling emotionally supported could be detrimental, and that's why depression and anxiety is so important. So I contacted his brother's girlfriend, and I was like, why haven't you contacted me? Like, obviously you know what's going on. Why? I thought we were friends, like, we had been close. Why haven't you reached out to me to see if I'm okay? And all she turned around and said was, your ex has asked me not to contact you until I move states. Why would he do that? Why would he say that? So he came home that day and I confronted him and I said, you know, this particular girl has said that this is what you've said. You've said that you would prefer if none of his family contact me until I've left the state. Is this true? And he denied it. So I've messaged her and I've said, well, he's denied it, or you're making it up, but someone's lying here. So I still feel like there hasn't been clarity around the whole situation. And I think people feel awkward contacting me because there was no clarity. I mean, all of a sudden there's a new woman rocking up to Christmas dinner the very next year, and no real explanation as to what happened. And not to mention, I do believe that he would have fabricated a story to make him seem less of an asshole. And I feel compelled to view and explain my side of the story and my version of events in case it doesn't marry up. And I wouldn't be surprised if down the track I would find out that he's said things about me which aren't true. You know, it feels like he would have told people that I cheated and that's why we broke up and that's why I moved back and no one's contacted me. I can't believe that I've formed so many connections with people. Out of like 100 people, no one's contacted me. You know, and one particular cousin of his contacted me, a female, and she said, you know, there's so much more bigger and better things waiting for you. And it was really heartfelt. Obviously don't have them on Facebook because I don't want to see what's going on, if she's putting up photos of a birthday that he's at with his new girlfriend. Like, I don't want to see that. They obviously need to understand that was the case. I sent a Christmas card to this lady who was lovely to me, but didn't get anything in return. Granted, I don't think I put my return address on there. I don't know. But yeah, I just can't comprehend not only him being an asshole and him making me feel insignificant, but I just can't comprehend his friends and family as well, who also made me feel just as shit. I was completely alone, packing my own things to move back, and I didn't clearly understand why. Like, yes, we had problems, yes, we argue, but so do all couples argue. Why go to the extent of asking me to marry you if you're just going to pull the pin and give up? Because it's too hard. That's the line that I got. Oh, it's just too hard, I can't do it anymore. No, it's not. It's not too hard. You've obviously found someone else. Envision that the grass is greener on the other side, and guess what? It probably isn't. And I always wonder, does he regret his decision? Because I honestly don't know. He was such an asshole to me in the very few conversations and correspondence that we've had. And it's like I married a completely different person and he doesn't exist. So for me, it feels like I'm mourning someone and a relationship that fucking ended, died. That's a terrible concept. Take of it what you will. This is just my opinion, and this is why I do these videos, but I guess these videos help me to process how I'm feeling and process my thoughts and my emotions. It's like therapy for me. But no one's responding. Oh, geez. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that. It's just a little snippet of information and something to think about. I guess I have an option of being a bitch and saying, no, I can't help you. But that's not me. That's not how I'm wired. That's not nice. And so I will post a USB to this particular person who's requested it and hope that it gives them, this photograph obviously means a lot to them, or these few photographs mean a lot to them, and I hope that, you know, they can, I hope this will give them some comfort in remembering the time that they were there at my wedding, and, you know, allow them to have a memento of, you know, some really, really lovely memories for them. So, you know, I believe in doing the right thing and, you know, not being bitter towards people who weren't involved. And, you know, to this day, I'm not a fan of my ex and the way he's treated me. And I still hope that one day he'll give me the honest answers that I'm searching for, because all I want is honesty and validation, and he certainly hasn't given me either of those. So, you know, karma works in mysterious ways, and I believe that he may not realise the extent and the emotional damage that he's done, and to some degree I hope that his family realise one day how awful they were to me, or unsupportive. I mean, look, they were supportive of him and I understand that, but do the right thing and be supportive of me, and don't get involved in the he said, she said business, but lend a hand to someone who's fucking hurting. I was not in a good place. I was not in a good place. I was so unsupported, and that family turned on me in the blink of an eye. And I will never forget that. And I will always remember how they treated me. So as much as I'm pissed with my ex, I'm just as angry with his family for making me feel like that I wasn't important, or you know, I mean, some people might watch this video and go, well, you know, what do you expect them to say? But just some support. I had no family there to support me in the most shocking and hardest time of my life. Not